Howdy, partners! There's nothing more comforting on a chilly day than a hearty, slow-cooked meal. That's why I'm sharing my all-time favorite recipe for slow cooker potatoes and meat. It's a culinary hug in a pot. This dish is perfect for busy folks who want a delicious and easy meal without any fuss. It's as simple as tossing your ingredients in the slow cooker and letting them simmer to perfection. The result? Tender, flavorful meat and perfectly cooked potatoes that will make your taste buds sing. Before we get started, let's gather our ingredients. This is a crucial step in ensuring that our cooking process goes smoothly and efficiently. By having everything ready and within reach, we can focus on the joy of cooking without unnecessary interruptions. So let's dive into our list of culinary provisions. I like to call them our culinary provisions. These are the building blocks of our dish, each ingredient playing a vital role in creating the perfect harmony of flavors. Think of it as assembling a toolkit, where every tool has its specific purpose. First, we need 1.5 pounds of boneless chuck roast, cut into 1-inch cubes. This cut of meat is ideal for slow cooking, as it becomes tender and flavorful over time. Make sure to trim any excess fat to keep the dish from becoming too greasy. Next, we have 2 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes, quartered. These potatoes are known for their buttery texture and rich flavor, making them a perfect addition to our dish. Alongside the potatoes, we need 1 large onion, chopped. Onions add a sweet and savory depth to the dish, enhancing the overall flavor profile. 2 cloves of garlic, minced. Garlic is a staple in many recipes, providing a robust and aromatic flavor that complements the other ingredients beautifully. Make sure to mince it finely to ensure even distribution throughout the dish. 1 10.75-ounce can of condensed cream of mushroom soup. This soup adds a creamy texture and a rich, earthy flavor that ties all the ingredients together. It's a convenient way to add depth and complexity to our dish without much effort. 1 1-ounce package of dry onion soup mix. This mix is a blend of seasonings that enhances the flavor of our dish, adding a savory and slightly tangy note. It's a quick and easy way to boost the overall taste without having to measure out multiple spices. 1 cup of beef broth. This liquid gold is essential for keeping our dish moist and flavorful. It also helps to tenderize the meat as it cooks, ensuring a melt-in-your-mouth texture. Opt for a low-sodium version if you prefer to control the saltiness of your dish. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. This sauce adds a unique umami flavor, with a perfect balance of tangy, savory, and slightly sweet notes. It's a secret weapon in many recipes, providing a depth of flavor that is hard to replicate with other ingredients. 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. Thyme is a fragrant herb that adds a subtle earthy and slightly minty flavor to our dish. It's a classic herb used in many slow-cooked recipes, enhancing the overall aroma and taste. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Salt is a fundamental seasoning that enhances the natural flavors of our ingredients. Be mindful of the amount, as we can always add more later if needed. And finally, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. This spice adds a mild heat and a hint of sharpness, balancing the richness of the other ingredients. Freshly ground pepper is always best for maximum flavor. Now that we have our provisions, let's get prepping. Cooking is an art, and like any masterpiece, it starts with the right materials. We've gathered a medley of fresh ingredients, each one playing a crucial role in our culinary symphony. From the vibrant vegetables to the aromatic herbs, every element is essential. Let's dive into the preparation process, where the magic truly begins. This is where we build the foundation of flavor for our dish. The spices and herbs are the unsung heroes, adding layers of complexity and depth. Organizing our ingredients, or mise en place, ensures a smooth cooking process. It's all about being prepared and having everything within reach. Notice the vibrant colors and the intoxicating aromas. They hint at the delicious journey ahead. First things first, give that chuck roast a good pat dry with some paper towels. This helps with browning. Moisture is the enemy of a good sear, so make sure the meat is as dry as possible. This step might seem minor, but it's crucial for achieving that perfect crust. The paper towels absorb any excess moisture, setting the stage for a beautiful caramelization. Next, grab a large skillet and heat it up over medium-high heat. The right temperature is key to searing meat properly. Too low, and you won't get that nice brown crust. Too high, and you risk burning it. Patience is essential here. Let the skillet heat up thoroughly before adding anything to it. You should be able to feel the heat radiating from the surface. Add a little bit of oil to the skillet, just enough to coat the bottom. The oil helps to conduct heat evenly and prevents the meat from sticking. Use an oil with a high smoke point like vegetable or canola oil to withstand the high temperatures. Watch as the oil shimmers. That's your cue that it's hot enough to start cooking. Now, sear those chuck roast cubes until they're nice and brown on all sides. This process locks in the juices and creates a rich, savory crust. Turn the meat carefully to ensure even browning. Listen to the sizzle. It's the sound of flavor being created. Each side should take a few minutes, but don't rush it. The goal is a deep golden brown color. This step adds a wonderful depth of flavor to our dish. The Maillard reaction, which occurs during searing, transforms the natural sugars and proteins in the meat into a complex web of flavors. Admire the beautifully browned meat. It's a sign of the deliciousness to come. This foundation will elevate our dish, making every bite a symphony of flavors. With our meat beautifully browned, it's time to layer our masterpiece in the slow cooker. This is where the magic truly begins. The slow cooker is our stage, and each ingredient plays a crucial role in this culinary performance. The key to a successful slow-cooked dish is the layering of flavors, allowing each component to meld together over time, creating a symphony of taste and texture. First, we create a bed of flavor with our chopped onions and minced garlic at the bottom. These aromatic ingredients are the foundation of our dish, providing a robust base that will infuse every bite with their rich, savory essence. As the onions and garlic slowly cook, they will release their natural sweetness, adding depth and complexity to our meal. Next, nestle those browned chuck roast cubes right on top of the onions and garlic. The browning process has already locked in the juices and added a caramelized crust to the meat, which will enhance the overall flavor of our dish. By placing the meat directly on top of the onions and garlic, we ensure that it will absorb all those wonderful flavors as it cooks. Now it's time for the potatoes. These quartered Yukon Gold potatoes are the perfect addition to our slow cooker. Their creamy texture and buttery flavor will complement the rich, savory meat and aromatic vegetables. Plus, as they cook, they will absorb the delicious juices from the meat and broth, becoming tender and flavorful. Scatter those quartered Yukon Gold potatoes all over the meat. Make sure they are evenly distributed so that each bite of our finished dish will have a perfect balance of meat, potatoes, and vegetables. The potatoes will also help to thicken the broth as they cook, creating a rich, hearty sauce that will coat every ingredient. The cream of mushroom soup and dry onion soup mix go in next, followed by the beef broth, Worcestershire sauce, dried thyme, salt, and pepper. These ingredients will create a luscious, savory sauce that will envelop all the other components, bringing everything together in a harmonious blend of flavors. The cream of mushroom soup adds a creamy richness, while the dry onion soup mix provides a burst of umami. The beef broth and Worcestershire sauce add depth and complexity, and the dried thyme, salt, and pepper round out the seasoning, ensuring that every bite is perfectly balanced. Give everything a good stir, making sure all those ingredients get acquainted with each other. This step is crucial, as it ensures that the flavors are evenly distributed throughout the dish. As the slow cooker works its magic, the ingredients will meld together, creating a rich, flavorful stew that is greater than the sum of its parts. So, take your time and stir with care, knowing that you are creating a culinary masterpiece that will delight the senses and warm the soul. The slow dance of cooking. Patience is a virtue. Now comes the easy part, y'all. Put the lid on your slow cooker, set it to low heat, and let those flavors mingle for 6 to 8 hours. This is where the magic happens. The slow cooker works its wonders, transforming those simple ingredients into a culinary symphony. While our dish is slow cooking, it's a great time to catch up on some chores, spend time with loved ones, or simply relax and enjoy the anticipation of a delicious meal. The sniff test. When your kitchen serenades you. About an hour before serving, you'll start to notice the most amazing aroma wafting through your kitchen. It's like a siren song, calling everyone to the dinner table. This is when you know your slow cooker potatoes and meat are almost ready. The meat will be fall-apart tender, and the potatoes will be creamy and infused with all those savory flavors. Unveiling the masterpiece, a feast for the senses. When it's time to eat, carefully remove the lid from the slow cooker and give everything a gentle stir. The aroma will hit you full force now, making your tummy rumble with delight. Ladle this hearty goodness into bowls, making sure everyone gets a generous portion of those tender meat chunks and creamy potatoes. For an extra touch, you can sprinkle some fresh parsley on top. Leftovers, a culinary blessing. This recipe makes a good amount, so you'll likely have some leftovers. And trust me, the flavors just get better the next day. You can easily reheat the leftovers in the microwave or on the stovetop. They also freeze beautifully for those days when you need a quick and satisfying meal. Final thoughts: simplicity at its tastiest. This slow cooker potato and meat recipe is a testament to the beauty of simplicity. With just a handful of ingredients and minimal effort, you can create a comforting and flavorful meal that will warm your heart and soul. So, gather your loved ones, put on your comfiest slippers, and dig into this culinary hug in a pot. Happy eatin', y'all!